Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell this week tweeted out encouragement for Americans to get vaccinated, right? Simple as that. Basically said, get vaccinated. These shots need to get in arms as rapidly as possible, or else we're going to be back in a situation this fall like what we went through last year. Simple enough, right? And he's accurate. Credit where it's due. Mitch McConnell is telling the truth there. COVID variants running wild throughout the United States. Florida, a red state, worst of all. Other red states seeing it rise. Blue states seeing it rise. This thing is getting out of control. And of course, every day we're seeing news stories about an anti-vaxxer or a COVID denier, COVID conspiracy theorist dying from the virus. We don't want any more death in this country. I don't care if you're a Q person or if you're a bleeding heart liberal. Nobody else needs to die from this. And that's what Mitch McConnell was trying to say. And of course, as usual, whenever a Republican encourages people to get vaccinated, the craziest of the crazies come out. And this was no exception. Here are some of the replies, cultivated by Raw Story, to Mitch McConnell's tweet, all from, crazed Trump supporters. First one, no one short of God himself could convince me to get it. Really? Because I'm pretty sure that if you're a God-fearing individual, you have to believe that somebody sent the virus, right? I mean, it's essentially a plague. We've seen that in the Bible, but, I'm sure you folks don't have time to actually read what's in the Bible. Otherwise, you would think for certain that God did send this and that he would want you to protect yourself. Last time I checked, Senator, your job was to uphold the constitutional rights of Americans, not threaten them. Encouraging people to protect themselves against a pandemic, how is that infringing upon your constitutional rights there, genius? I'd love a response to that, by the way. Don't trust Mitch. Do not get vaccinated until Trump says so. You know what, though? I'm going to say right here, I've actually had conversations with my family where I have said, I believe Trump could come out and end this pandemic within a month's time if he came out, did a video and said, everybody get vaccinated. These vaccinations, these vaccines were created under my administration. I trust them. I love them. I got one myself. Go get vaccinated. I swear to God, if he did that, we would see COVID cases plummet in the United States and we could get back to normal. Hell no! We need questions answered. Tell me what happened to the flu. How many with the flu this year? Also, why are there reports stating the ones with COVID-19 that are hospitalized the same ones who got the jab you speak of? Twice. Okay, literally nothing in that rant was true. Literally no part of it made sense. What happened to the flu? Flu's still there. But with more people working from home, with, fewer people congregating into groups, people wearing masks, flu is actually down this year. So are colds, by the way. Turns out masks work. And I really believe that they should become a normal, socially acceptable thing to wear. If you're not feeling well, or if you're in a crowded space and you don't trust others, throw on a mask. I think we should encourage that. Reduce the number of sick days Americans have to take from things like the cold and flu and whatever it is. Turn off the news. Magically, COVID will disappear. Promise. Y'all are idiots. Vaccinated people are still getting COVID, so stop trying to shove it down our throats. Yeah, vaccinated people still get the flu each year too. It just makes the symptoms less severe. Sure, the COVID vaccine may not 100% of the time prevent you from getting COVID. Hell, we're seeing a COVID outbreak right now with congressional staffers, actually both in the White House and Pelosi's office. Mild symptoms reported because they've been vaccinated. So instead of risking, having to go on a ventilator and possibly dying, instead these people say, yeah, just a little rundown, achy joints and a cough, but it'll be gone in a couple days, hopefully in most instances. So that's what we're dealing with, folks. I don't even know how you address these idiots. Mitch McConnell and some Republicans are finally, too little too late, trying to do the right thing. But when your party spends the better part of the last 17 months downplaying the pandemic, spreading lies about the virus, spreading lies about the vaccines, then yes, you're going to cultivate a mentality among that group that makes them resistant to anything you say after you've created the monster. And your party did this, Mitch. You may not be one of those people who is out there trashing vaccines or downplaying the pandemic, but your party was and still is to this day. Your party created this, and a single tweet from you encouraging people to get vaccinated ain't gonna fix that amount of stupid.